Scott and Sofia have broken up, and I may have the reason why. Demi Lovato definitely takes us deeper into this documentary, and also Katy Perry. Did Orlando put a ring on it? We're going to get into all of that right here in the green chair. Stick around and stay tuned, girl.
Manifest, now I'm blessed. Life is sour, then it's sweet, like the lemon with the zest.
Hello, and hello. Hi, everybody. I am your homosexual, Courtney Revolution. I can't think today, you guys. And welcome to A Kiki with Mimi, home of the Green Chair Chats, home of speculation, not confirmation. Hello to everyone watching. Hello. Throw some green hearts in the chat, some crystal balls in the chat if you are ready. Tell me how you're doing today. Tell me where you are watching me from, or maybe you might have me somewhere you ain't supposed to be, but hello to you if you get your little sneaky deaky on. Hello to everyone. Tell me where you're watching from. It is Wednesday. We are halfway through the week. And you know what? I'm going to get y'all through the halfway point of this week. Already, I want to say shout out to Amanda because I see you here in the chat. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, Amanda. And if you are here, if you are watching either live or after the show, maybe you've popped this into the microwave, go right on ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up. Give it a little like. It keeps me on your homepage. It keeps you in the loop. And also, don't forget to ring that bell and subscribe to be part of the Rebels of the Revolution. Y'all know what to do, but in case somebody's new, welcome them on in with open arms. You know how we do. Mr. Makeshift is saying, baby, we are here. We've got Amanda from Massachusetts, per usual, on that daily. Sorry, that was really bad. Shout out to you, Amanda. We got Tegan saying from Atlanta, the ATL. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Y'all, let me tell you something right now. I looked right up at that green, that Kelly green, speculation, not confirmation, pullover, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna put this on today. And then I was like, oh, I just wore that. And then I went and put on my Reputation t-shirt that I wear at least once a week. So almost made it. Almost was on theme, but I didn't quite make it. But shout out to everyone celebrating St. Patrick's Day. If you're gonna get your drink on today, be safe and drink responsibly. Maybe you might want to stay in the house. I don't know. Depending on the restrictions in your area. Because out here in LA, y'all, gym open, barbershop open, the girls are out. We've got Yelly from Oklahoma. Hey, Yelly. Shout out to Oklahoma. What's good out there in Oklahoma? I've never been out to Oklahoma, and I don't think I know anybody from Oklahoma, but I know you now, Yelly. So tell me what's good out in Oklahoma. We got Cat. Miami got the news. My short film, Corazon Cantando, will play at Filmgate Festival this month. Cat, you better come on, film, make a short film, Corazon Cantando, and it's gonna play at Filmgate Festival. That is amazing. Congratulations. I like when we have like some good accomplishments. You know what I mean? Because we get to celebrate the person that has the accomplishment, and it also, I don't know about you guys, but it makes me feel like, all right, now I feel like I can go on ahead and chase my goals. I might gotta sprint after them a little bit. Shout out to Caroline from New Brunswick, Canada. I don't have everything to say. I mean, I don't have something to say about everywhere that you guys are, but I have always wanted to travel to Canada, especially ever since I became a Degrassi stan. Degrassi is my show, probably in my top 5. So shout out to Canada, shout out to Poutine, shout out to Aubrey Graham, shout out to the cast of Degrassi. I think Shanae Grimes, who played Darcy, just recently moved back to LA. She has a vlog channel, in case you guys don't know. Shanae Grimes, that played Darcy, that also went on to go and do 90210. She has her own YouTube channel, y'all. I love when the good actors and actresses have YouTube channels because you really get the good tea. By the way, because it's not a story today, if you love Jordan Woods did like a fried chicken recipe video that I was watching yesterday. Get into her. I love Jordan Woods. Jordan Woods just does whatever the hell she wants on her YouTube channel and just is like, girl, here it is. And that's what I like about it. Because I definitely have been in that stage of creation where you're just sort of making stuff and you're trying to see exactly what sticks. And Jordan just has like a good personality to me. So shout out to Jordan. Caroline is saying, yes, Poutine, you have to try it. Harshawn is saying, congrats and love your shirt. Thank you. Thank you. And once more, thank you. Shout out to Taylor Swift. So we have a lot that we're going to get into today. Like the title says, we're going to get into Scott and Courtney and Sofia. We have a little bit of Justin Bieber news, and we're going to talk about Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt today, y'all. I know that's not like normally our usual, but I do find situations like this a little interesting, and I want to know what you guys think. And also, what else we got on here? Oh, we got to talk about Demi. I know we've been talking about Demi a lot lately, but we're gearing up for this documentary, and we just sort of have to take all of this information in and digest it before the actual documentary is out. I believe that it came out at South by Southwest, correct me if I'm wrong. And there have been lots of reports about what was actually in the documentary, lots of important revelations. So you know that we're going to have a discussion about those things later on. But Mr. Makeshift is saying, Jordan said, we rich, but we cook. Okay, literally. And let me tell you something right now, y'all. I can't cook well, right? I cannot cook well. So I enjoy watching other people cook. I have a really good friend named David Seymour. Oh my God, if you guys know David Seymour, shout out to him. He has a cooking channel, and I wish that one day I would be able to cook like David. David, he'd be chefing it up in the kitchen, and he's young too, y'all. Shout out to David Seymour. Look him up, y'all. But anyway, let's get into the tea. Leave the green hearts, leave the crystal balls. We're going to get into it. And shout out to you if you're watching. Let's break it on down. Now, if you love makeup, tell me in the chat. If you're a makeup guru, a beauty girl, if you love to be up in Sephora catching all of the latest releases, Ulta, what have you, or maybe you're a little bit of a niche makeup shopper, like Chaos Makeup has really good highlighter. We won't get into it, but if you are a fan of makeup, I think that this might be something for you. And also, if you're into RuPaul's Drag Race, this might be something for you. Now, let's get into it. World of Wonder has announced their brand new show. This is a show that they are currently casting, and you could be on it. Also, I'm not a casting person for reality TV. Y'all know I'm poor and jobless. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay. Painted with Raven will introduce several fierce makeup artists from the US who will compete in weekly challenges and face-offs to become the next makeup superstar and the recipient of a $25,000 cash prize. Now, this particular show is produced by World of Wonder, Randy Barbado and Fenton Bailey, as well as Tom Campbell and RuPaul. And Raven has said, makeup is something I've always been very passionate about. It is what's ultimately started me on my drag career. And then she goes on to say, I'm so happy to be hosting something I absolutely love to celebrate, a reality competition about fierce makeup. Now, this show, Painted with Raven, will make history as the first major competition series on WOW Presents, which boasts other sickening shows such as Work the World and Fashion Photo Review. And Barbado and Bailey said, we're thrilled to launch an all-new competition series on WOW Presents Plus to find the fiercest makeup artists across the country. And Raven has dazzled audiences worldwide, and we are so excited to welcome her as our host on the journey to find the next emerging makeup superstar. So if you're a fan of RuPaul's Drag Race and maybe you're just not a drag queen, maybe you're artistic and you're good with makeup, but you don't really express that, maybe you feel like you might want to compete. Maybe you feel like you might want to get your coins up. I know that Raven is a pretty popular queen in the RuPaul's Drag Race community. And although there are other options, I'm not surprised that Raven was chosen for this. So shout out to you if you love makeup. What y'all think about that one? Brittany is saying, love me some makeup new to the beauty community. You know, I dip my toes in here and there. I went through a really heavy makeup, I wouldn't call it a phase because I still do enjoy makeup. I just don't practice. I'm like a doctor. I just don't practice. I'm into it. I just think that the drama aspect of it, because I am a creator and I was always on YouTube, I think the drama really made me distance myself from all of it. But I still do enjoy bobbing and weaving in and out. Josephina is saying, I'm obsessed with RuPaul. This is Awesome. Tegan is saying, this sounds interesting. I think that it does sound interesting. I think it's going to be good. And also, I believe, y'all, I believe that it's at home. I think you might be able to do this from your home. Don't quote me on that. But I believe that that's what I remember reading, is that this is like an at-home competition. So you could beat your mug right at your little station. Like how I got my little station, my little microphone and all of that. You go right on ahead and beat your mug. I'm here for it. Lydia is saying, that sounds really good. I would watch that. I already have Wow Presents Plus because I like to watch RuPaul's Drag Race UK, which I believe is probably airing its finale today, right now, maybe tomorrow, maybe, I don't know. Within the next couple of days, that finale is gonna come out. So I have Wow Presents because I need to be caught up on Drag Race UK. Maybe not so much the US. Shout out to US Drag Race, but there's something in that recipe across the pond that's really giving me what I need. And just for clarity, if you do watch, I am Team Bimini, although I do enjoy Lawrence Cheney and I do love Taste as well. Brittany is saying, I only ever did liner and mascara, but I've been learning some shadow and foundation stuff. Got myself some brushes and I've been having fun playing on the weekends. And you know what? That's what it's about. I think a lot of people put pressure on themselves to try to look like a makeup artist, especially when you're just, starting out. But I think that playing around and finding what looks good to you is what's important. Kat is saying, we'll watch. And I'm definitely going to be watching that as well. Shout out to Raven and shout out to RuPaul for giving us another spinoff. It's like RuPaul's Drag Race. There's All Stars. We've got this, and they went to Vegas, and then there was Drag U. There's a bunch of spinoffs. So shout out to RuPaul for being able to make a platform that branches off into so many different things and giving drag queens a bigger platform than just being in the nightclubs and being online, Now, we have to talk about Travis Scott next, you guys. Because Travis Scott dropped his newest hard seltzer, his first hard seltzer, and it's called Cacti. Not like plural cactus, cacti, but Cacti is the name of the hard seltzer. And this one is actually tequila based, and it's a little bit over the alcohol level of like a White Claw or a Truly. I'm very excited about it, and so were his fans. Can I show y'all a picture of some of his fans? Get into it. They were not playing around. They ran out and they got cases and cases of this damn Cacti. It was released recently, and fans, as you guys can see, have been turning up all over the country to get their hands on the spiked tequila beverage and show their support. Now, here's the story, y'all. Whenever Travis Scott shows up somewhere, it's always going to cause some kind of pandemonium, some sort of moment. They're like, oh my God, Travis, we need the tequila in a can. We need it. So Travis Scott showed up just all willy-nilly, y'all. And can I just show y'all what it's like to be Travis Scott in the grocery store? Can I just, hang on. We'll come back. Let's Twitter. Seeing more and more people saying, oh my God, my vaccination date. But you still gotta wait after that second vaccination, y'all. So just be careful. Travis Scott, please make sure your mask is secure. Think about your children you gotta go home to. And when you do meet up with Kylie face to face, you don't want the spittle, the COVID spittle, to make your family sick. Caroline is saying, did he have backlash like Kendall did because of the alcohol? No, Caroline, he didn't. And that's very interesting that he did not. Like I told you guys, when Kendall Jenner came out with the 818 tequila, there was a lot of backlash because I don't remember y'all going ahead and explain it for me. I believe that the argument was Kendall Jenner coming out with the tequila line was taking jobs away from Hispanic people from the 818. Is that what the issue was? I believe that that's what the issue was. But this, not an issue at all. They said, girl, we want Cacti. Y'all, I checked and Cacti is all over in my town. I'm about to go and get some right after this. Very curious, but no, there hasn't been any backlash against Travis Scott's Cacti. Maybe, Caroline, to be fair, I'm going to try to be a little bit fair. Maybe because it's not just straight tequila that is taking the area code of the area Maybe that's why there's not backlash. Maybe because hard seltzers are popular right now and people will just get it because it's a hard seltzer. People love White Claw, people love Truly, what have you. I don't know, but you bring up a very interesting point. I kind of wonder why Travis Scott ain't got no goddamn backlash. I don't think that Kendall should have gotten the backlash either. Maybe I'm ignorant, and I probably am. I just don't understand why every other celebrity is able to release liquor, and as soon as Kendall Jenner does it, it's like taking food out of other people's mouths. I just don't get it. If you guys want to check out Cacti, and if it's sold in your area, just go to the website and you can put in like your address, and it'll tell you like which store in the area, because that's what I did. I was like, where is this damn Cacti? Am I gonna have to get in somebody's car and get to the damn Cacti? Girl, it's right at my local, like my good Judy. So I'm gonna go right there and get it. Tegan is saying, I'm trying it. I'm a tequila girl. Me too, to the death of me. Absolutely. Olivia is saying, I want to try it. I wonder if it's in South Carolina. Oh yeah. I gotta ask my friend, because my friend lives in South Carolina. Mr. Makeshift is saying, everyone, Kendall and Travis, who uses more melanin and who actually includes the difference. Ooh, Mr. Makeshift, getting their ass. So is your argument saying that because Travis Scott is Black and his community is catered to Black people and people of color, that is why there's no backlash? I could see that. I can understand that. Not mad at that response at all. I see it. And what you're saying, Christina, real quick before we move on. I think it's because a seltzer drink isn't the same as tequila, which is traditionally made by Mexican family businesses who have been making it for generations. That's an excellent point. I want to ask, yes, but is there something wrong with Kendall Jenner providing jobs, and I'm going to assume, speculation, not confirmation, obviously, paying people to work for her? Is that wrong, y'all? Something to think about. Catalina is saying backlash because of the Mexican culture. I feel you. Mr. Makeshift is saying, no, I personally think that inclusion and treatment matters. That's my only difference. I hear y'all. Get me together, because I don't see the issue. But like I said, I'm ignorant to these kinds of things. The same way that people, not all people, but some people that are not of color are ignorant to like Black issues. I'm ignorant to this one. So teach me, get my ass together. And Wendy is saying, also, no matter what the Kardashians do is judged, even if it's not something bad. Wendy, I 100% agree. They're not always right. They damn sure are not always right. But sometimes they're not exactly wrong. And sometimes I do feel like the public picks and chooses who to be upset with. Because like I said, there are lots of celebrities that have liquor, not just endorsements, but like they make liquor. And it's never been a thing. It's always been like something that's celebrated. Girl, you go in the club and all of a sudden there's a new liquor. So I was just trying to understand what the issue is. Anyway, y'all, that was a good discussion. I felt that one. Let's get into something scandalous, but not really. Y'all, what the hell going on with Katy Perry? Katy Perry, Catherine, is your ass married? Because that's what we want to know. Hold on, y'all. I got it right here. Now, look at this while I tell the story, and you tell me in the chat, yes, married. I love doing this. Yes, married or no married in the chat. I'm going to put this picture up. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to vote? Yes, married, no married. This is Katy Perry's hand. Now, Katy Perry is sparking rumors that her and her fiance have tied the knot after being spotted wearing what appears to be a wedding band. Now, Page 6 posted the photo that I'm showing you right now. And she's in Hawaii, where she's been with Orlando and their daughter Daisy for weeks. Now, the majority of the photos, but outside of this one, they show Katy walking as she's reaching up to adjust her baseball cap with mama written on the front. Her wedding ring finger is missing her engagement ring, and instead she is wearing a simple gold band. Now, a source told Us Weekly previously, Katy and Orlando's wedding will not be taking place in 2020, which makes sense. It just wasn't meant to be. Their beautiful daughter arrived, and she is their sole focus. Planning for any wedding has been put on hold. It will happen, but it's just not something they are focused on as a couple currently. Makes sense. Makes sense. We were in the middle of a panty. Katy was probably focused on, I think, she had the album out. She had to put the album out. She had to film the damn video. She had to push the baby out. There was a lot going on with Katy Perry. A lot of blessings, I'll even say, outside of the panty. So maybe her and Orlando said, you know what, girl? If you like it, then Orlando put a ring on it. And they went right to the courthouse and scribbled their names on a paper and called it a day. What are y'all thinking? M. Christina is saying, yes, married. Ling Ling, shout out to Ling Ling. Ling Ling said engaged, maybe. Christina is saying, yes, married. Yes. Olivia is saying, it's not a promise ring. That would be dumb. Did someone say it was a promise ring? Liz is saying, yes, married. Good morning, Tamara. Tamara, I see you. Good morning, Tamara. I think that they definitely may have tied the knot. Maybe it was just a little something until the big grand spectacle day. What do you guys think? Well, let me ask you this. Do you guys think that when you guys decide to get married, that you would rather have a go to the courthouse marriage, or do you want to have the va-va-voom, as I like to say sometimes, the ooh-ooh-ah of it all? Do you want to have one of these big, huge, grand dame, Kardashian weddings? Shout out to Amanda. Amanda sending a super sticker. And if you're watching live right now, and even if you're not watching live, go on ahead and like this video and please subscribe, ring the bell. We've got Scott and Kourtney coming on up. We've got Demi Lovato coming up later. So you don't want to stick around, no worries. Tegan is saying that ring will be bigger. Well, let them know, Tegan. Tegan is saying, excuse me, Orlando, you got the coin. Okay, now we need a bigger ring because I am the Katy Perry. Christina is saying Katy and Orlando and the Billie Eilish doc were too funny. I didn't even get around to seeing Billie Eilish's documentary. Was it good, y'all? Was it good? Y'all, honestly, I feel like the time I have between when this show ends and the time that I start setting up the show is so slim that I literally have no time for anything. But I hope it was good. Brissa is saying, I want a beautiful wedding, but I don't know about having tons of people. Now, Brissa, is this a scenario where COVID doesn't exist? Are you living in a post-COVID world where we've lived through it and maybe you're still just feeling a little shaky? Let me know. Caroline is saying small, intimate wedding. Are you guys a fan of no phones at the wedding? I went to a wedding one time and they said no phones during the ceremony. And I thought that was dope because there's nothing worse than when the bride is coming down the aisle and you can't get a clear picture of her because everyone is they were all up with their phones. Girl, we got a photographer for that. Girl, stop spoiling my wedding before I release the photos. My best friend did that. She had a photographer and it was no phones and it was just shh. And girl, it was don't post these photos until the pictures are out. I like that. Blue Moon is saying small no matter what time. I feel that. Jasmine is saying we had no phones or kids at our wedding. Jasmine said, listen, y'all are not about to be spoiling my wedding with y'all photographs, and we are not about to have y'all kids stepping on our dresses because we are here to party. We are here to celebrate love and hope, maybe, depending. We are here to drink. I personally love a wedding with an open bar. I was very appreciative that my best friend had a wedding with an open bar. Because you could really get lit when the good songs come on. When the cha-cha slide comes on, y'all, let me say this. By the time the cha-cha slide comes on, I need to be at least a good 3-4 drinks in, y'all. So I could really get the cha-cha real smooth. Turn it out. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm getting off track. Brittany is saying, this is the last one I'll read and then we'll move on. Brittany is saying, yeah, I think the no phone at the ceremony is starting to be more of a trend because I know a lot of my friends are going to be doing that too. I just think it makes sense. I get that people are excited because I definitely would be the one at the wedding. If there wasn't a rule, I would be the one oh my God, pictures. But you really want the focus to be on you and your partner and the love and the stories and the vow. Girl, we don't want your ass on Twitter at the wedding. This shit boring. You know what I mean, girl? Put your phone away. Take it out once we serving the food. It's no big deal. But I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Anyway, you guys, let's move on so the show is not 2 hours. Very briefly, and very, very briefly, I would like to speak about Angie. Let's talk about Angie. Because Angie and Bradley, y'all, they're going through it. They're going through it. Okay? I don't know why I put that voice on. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt are approaching a long-awaited trial in their divorce. Yeah, we went from wedding to divorce. That could include testimony from their 3 minor children, as well as testimony regarding allegations, and I'm going to say this softly because this can be triggering, regarding allegations of domestic violence. Now, according to court records obtained by The Blast, this from The Blast, y'all, Angelina has filed several documents making it clear that she is ready and willing to offer proof and authority in support of alleged domestic violence during her divorce trial against Brad Pitt. Now, along with Angelina's testimony, there is a separate document filing concerning the testimony from the former couple's minor children. Both Brad and Angelina must grant permission from the court to involve Shiloh, Knox, Vivian in their divorce proceedings. Now, Maddox, Zahara, and Pax could also potentially testify in the trial. However, they are all adults and would not need parental consent. Y'all, my question to you guys is this, and the reason why I want to ask this is because we've known Angelina and Brad for a long time. You guys are rather familiar with them. How do you guys feel about involving children in divorce matters? Potentially having them testify. How do you guys feel about that? Liz is saying this sounds messy. Caroline, oh my God, it's ugly. I think it's not good when you start to involve the kids and the kids have to take the stand. However, Kayla, love my audience. I love y'all. Kayla says, their voices deserve to be heard. Yes, Kayla. Yes. But I also kind of feel like Loa. Because Loa is saying, I hate this. Why can't they just divorce and get it over with? I always hate how messy divorces can get. Because to me, y'all, it's like, pack your shit and go. It's just, why does it have to be? Girl, take your businesses that you started over there. I'm going to take my lips and my business that I started over there. I'm going to take my Tomb Raider money over there. Kids, when you want to see daddy, okay, that's when you go and see daddy. Sign the paper. And we're done. Why does it? It stresses me out, and it makes me feel like it could potentially lead to be a traumatic experience for the kids, no matter the age. You know, Blue Moon is saying, I don't think for a moment Brad was violent for any reason. Well, that's your opinion. I mean, Angelina and the kids might say otherwise. Sandra is saying no to making the kids testify. I feel you, Sandra. Let me ask you this. What if the kids want to testify? And that's how we arrived here. We don't know. You or I don't know. The news article don't know. The Blast ass don't know either. But what if? What if the kids wanted to testify and so they're moving forward in this way? Because y'all, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't one of their kids come out and say something about Brad or something? One of the kids came out and said something. And it was like, well, why the hell did he say that? Or like the paparazzi was following him or something like that. Something was going on there. Brissa is saying, if the kids want to testify, I say let them speak. They don't have reason to lie. I'm with you. Vanessa, what you saying, Vanessa? Vanessa is saying, I agree. But if there is domestic violence involved, she was very patient and waited until this has been going on for years before this news was public to kind of prepare the public. I don't know. Olivia asking the important questions. Who gets the French chateau though? Okay, us. Olivia, we moving in. You ready? Bam. We about to move into the chateau. Period. What you saying, Lady T Joy? Lady T Joy is saying if they were witnesses to the abuse, they're victims too. They need counseling for sure. I hope they're getting that. And I agree. I agree with that, Lady T Joy. Divorce sucks. Breakups sucks. The fallout of a friendship sucks. Distance between two people who had lots in common sucks. All of it sucks. I don't know, you guys. I'm going to try to keep an eye on this. I don't normally follow Angie and Brad, but I saw this last night and I just couldn't let it get on by because I knew that y'all would have some good opinions about whether the kids should really be involved in this or not. Unfortunate stuff. However, it's almost time to dance. Not with the devil, not yet. But maybe. It's almost time to dance with Justin. What? What? Another Justin story? What happened? Y'all, Justin is here. Justin and Demi are here. We're going to get to Demi in just a moment, but Justin is here, girl. Let's get him up on the court cam. Just to keep y'all in the loop, Justin is ready to spread his justice all over the place. He's spreading it. And it starts with Good Morning America. Now, he is set to debut a special music video and will also be performing on 2 different days. Now, this will begin on Good Morning America on Friday when the Billboard cover star Justin Bieber debuts a new music video for one of the tracks from his upcoming 6th studio album, Justice. If I had to offer a speculation, not confirmation, I would speculate that music video is Peaches, which I did show you the photo from just recently, actually, as a matter of fact. And it will drop just hours before the video premiere. Now, after Friday's premiere, Justin will return on Monday and Wednesday for a pair of performances of songs from the album. It seemed as though, you guys, Justin is preparing us for this era. I'm going to be honest, with what we got from Changes, I'm shaky, a little hopeful. The fact that Justin is already coming out of the gate with Good Morning America is telling me one of maybe 2 things. One, and let me know if you guys agree or disagree, because I know y'all love to make your voice heard when it's Justin. It means the music is good, Justin is confident in the music, and Scooter is confident in the music, or else Scooter would not. I believe Scooter would steer him away from Good Morning America, maybe see him on a different platform, something smaller. He would do like, I won't drag, but he would do something smaller, I think. Or Justin may be trying something different, and he's using Good Morning America as a platform to reach as many people as possible, because there may be people over there that like it. Even if we don't like it, there may be people over there that like it and some over there that like it. So he needs to reach as many people as possible. What do you think? I haven't looked at the comments yet, so now I'm going to glance over. What do y'all think? Mr. Makeshift, okay. I like this response. Mr. Makeshift is saying, hope he doesn't let us down again. Honestly, same. Although it has been fun and comical to be very critical of Justin over the past 2 years, I want Justin to do well. I want Justin to prove me wrong. And like I've always told you guys, I want Justin to give us something so undeniably good that I have to sit here and be like, y'all, it was good. Blue Moon is offering their opinion and saying, nobody cares anymore about Justin Bieber. He is washed up. Blue Moon, I hear you, right? But if Justin Bieber were truly washed up, Good Morning America wouldn't even want him on the stage. I'm just facts. I'm just saying, if they don't put washed up people on 3 times, not fighting you, not dragging you. Facts are facts. Lydia is saying, I don't know. I'm shaky. I feel shaky as well. So I'm with you on that. Tatiana is saying, I just want something similar to Boyfriend. I just want something that's going to make us dance, something that feels natural, something that feels organic, something that's not about Haley, something that is just something that when you hear the beat, you don't want to go to the bar. And you know what kind of song that is. Even if you're not a drinker yet, if you're too young, think about School Dance, bitch. That song that said, okay, bitch, I ain't gonna get no Pepsi on this one because I need to twerk this one out. You know, there are some songs that you hear and you're like, all right, I'll be right back. I don't want Justin to give us any of that. I want it to be exceptional. Christina is speculating that if it's on Good Morning America, it seems like it will be similar to his crowd-pleasing, boring songs he's released lately. Must be a surefire hit. Maybe. I don't know. Brissa is saying, I just want him to make me eat my words. Honestly, same. I think that Justin is talented, and to say that he's not would be a lie, and that would just be like, I'm angry. And I just wish that he made better decisions with his music sonically. Christina, you were on it. LOL, I don't mean to sound so harsh about his songs. I just want more from him. No, Christina, I feel the same way. I just want to make it very clear for the 15th millionth time. I don't hate Justin Bieber. This is not the Justin Bieber hate channel. It's just very much not. But I do very much expect more from him. I expect a lot from Justin Bieber. You are the Justin Bieber. You've done so much in your career. You need to deliver like pizzas. You have to. Sandra saying the same thing. I'd like him to make me eat my words. Shout out to you, Mika. I see you. Hey, girl. Oh, that's not Mika. There's Mika. Hey, Mika. Hey. Shout out to Nebraska. Everyone say hi to Mika. Shout out to her. Tegan is saying, for some reason, I feel like Justin collabed with a major producer in the R&B world. Could it be Usher? Atlanta is known for peaches. Honestly, Tegan, Justin should have got back in his bag with Usher after Purpose. I don't know what happened after Purpose. I don't know what Usher was doing, but he wasn't working with Justin. And I think that, how about this, y'all? I wouldn't even say Usher. I think that, and this is going to be a hot take, y'all. So I'll just take my lashings. Let me click away from the chat. Just kidding. I think that Justin would benefit from working with, if he really wanted to make an R&B record and have it be authentic and still reach a massive audience, Justin needs to work with Timbaland, Scott Storch. Timbaland, Scott Storch, both of them. And I don't even think they like each other, Timbaland and Scott Storch. So separately, they need to work with Justin if he really wants to give an authentic pop, but also R&B sound. Think about Promiscuous, Nelly Furtado. If Justin gave us some, that's not too far off from a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Think about Katy Perry, Timbaland. If we ever meet again. Still pop, but it has that element of R&B. You know, he just has to pick the right people. Amanda is saying, Mika, shout out to you, girl. Shout out to you, Mika. Thank you, Amanda. You get your moment, Amanda. You better say hi to Mika, girl. And Kayla is saying, I'm sick of I Love My Wife songs. And I agree. I know it would be unrealistic of us, you guys, right? Just my best friend Felicia has taught me to manage my expectations, right? So I'm going to manage my expectations, and I hope that you guys will too, right? What we can hope for realistically is that maybe we will like a couple of songs, handful even. There will be I Love My Wife music on it. We just have to be real about it. I know there's going to be I Love My Wife songs. That's what we have Skip for. We have Skip. We just skip over those and act like they don't exist. What I'm looking for is that an evolution from changes. I don't ever want Justin to go back, but push it forward. No more beeper sounds. Give us something fresh. Give us something new. Don't copy off of like a Dua. Don't give us like a 90s pop dance moment. Just give us something authentic. Y'all, I hope. I can just hope. Tegan is saying, Carrie Hilson and Timbaland. Don't get... Baby, cause I like you just the way you are. Woo! Don't get me started, girl. I will turn this show into a party early in the morning. Don't get me. Woo! Kat is saying, where is Usher? Usher is dating some new girl. He was in the news the other night. I didn't think y'all would care, so I didn't put it in the script, but he is dating somebody. Wait. I'll sip. We're about to change gears and moods. Sorry, y'all. I would like to offer a trigger warning because we are about to talk about some heavier stuff. We have been talking about Demi Lovato a lot lately, and I think that this is important. I have maybe an altered point of view that I want to offer to you guys, and I want to see what you think. Y'all, also, because I see y'all in the chat, Carrie Hilson is fine. I think Carrie Hilson was saying that we were going to catch COVID from 5G towers and she got dragged last time I heard about Carrie Hilson. So let's shout out to her. But anyway, we're going to talk about Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato revealed she was assaulted at 15 and violated by her dealer the night that she had her unfortunate overdose. Now, let's get into it. Alrighty, Demi Lovato said she was going to bear it all and tell it all. And this piece of news about what's in her new documentary proves that to a T. Now, Demi's documentary, Dancing with the Devil, premiered at the South by Southwest Film Festival. And Demi revealed that she was sexually assaulted by her drug dealer the night of her overdose. She says, "I didn't just overdose, I was taken advantage of." In the film, she recounts the graphic detail of her overdose, as well as the assault she faced when she lost her virginity, as well as how she tried to rectify and cope with the situation. Now, there are a lot of quotes in every article about this. To me, I feel like a lot of the details about Demi's assault are kind of moot in terms of me telling you the graphic details. What I do want to say is that I know for a fact I have been the #1 champion of Demi Stop Crying, hashtag Demi Stop Crying, 2K, whatever, 2020, whatever. However, with these new details coming forward, I do feel like this is something that, you know how I kept saying, like, well, what else is there to say? Like, well, Demi, we kind of know. You were going to beat the bitch up and, you know, you had the eating disorder, unfortunately. And what else is there to say? What else? What else? What else? Now, this is the what else. It goes way beyond what maybe some of us perceive to be as, okay, Demi had an eating disorder. Okay, maybe Demi was followed by the paparazzi. Okay, maybe Demi's experience at Disney wasn't 100% the greatest. Okay, what else? This is the what else. I think that there are lots of people, both men and women, those that don't identify, that need to hear this. I think that Demi's experiences are more common than we would like to believe. You know, in order to go to sleep at night, we want to hope and pray for some and believe that, you know, these things don't happen commonly, but I believe that they do. And because of that, it takes someone as visible, someone with such a platform, someone that y'all would argue, but I would say is a megastar. It takes that kind of visibility to sort of trigger some kind of change. So to that, I want to ask y'all, do you think you will tune into any of the documentary? And it's okay if you say no, but I just wanted to explain how I'm feeling about it today. So, yes, Demi, if you will watch. No, Demi, if you think you'll just watch something else. Maybe the situation just is a little bit triggering for you. Maybe you've been through something like that and you just don't want to relive. But I think that maybe if I weren't going to tune in all the way before, I think that I would like to. This is a young lady that has suffered the strokes, the heart attacks. She can't see all the way. Demi can't drive. Like, Demi, she done been through it. And it's past the ringer. I just think that it's important because these conversations we have to have. And thanks to Demi in advance. That's what I want to say. So let's jump in the chat. What are y'all thinking about? Nope. Yes. Shout out to 901 Erica saying yes. Christina saying it's too triggering for me, and I completely understand that. Katie Gomez, hey Katie. Katie is saying I probably will watch it. Yes. Vanessa saying nah. Yes. Demi. And 901 Erica, exactly. We need to talk about this. It needs to be more common. I think that's why so many get away with it. Yes. I do believe in not talking to y'all. watching. I do believe that there are people that will say things like, well, I'm not watching just because she said whatever about Selena. And I think that at this point is irrelevant. I do think that there has to come a point where we take our stand hats off and we act mature, we act like adults, and we say, okay, sure, the petty stuff, the teenagery stuff with Selena is over here, but in the forefront, the focus is that we have a young lady that has struggled beyond belief, and she's trying to repair, and she is allowing us to view the evolution. So many people like myself, I would heal in private. Demi is healing publicly, and I think that that is something to say go girl off of, for sure. My opinion doesn't have to be yours, but that's how I'm feeling about it. And Tanya saying, not a fan of Demi, but we'll watch it. Hey, I'm here for it, and I can respect that. Kayla is saying, will Selena be watching? That's my question. I'm 99% sure Selena will watch. And if you think that she wouldn't, I think you may not be an adult. Selena is going to watch that shit with everybody else. You would be so delusional if you didn't think Demi wouldn't watch that. I also would like to say that even though we've all seen the pettiness between them, I don't think it's that deep. That's how I feel today. I don't think it's that deep. I really do believe, and this is not shade, because all fan bases do it. I really do believe that something really small, Selenators and Lovatics blow it up. Both fan bases. Everybody's guilty. They blow it up. Meanwhile, for all we know, by this point today, not saying that it has happened, but for all we know, girl, Demi and Selena could be eating strawberries out in the backyard right now. And they're not. Selena's filming the damn show. But you get what I'm saying? That was exhausting. I really wanted to share that story with you guys. So I hope that y'all are not mad that I talked about Demi like 50 million times in the past like 2 weeks. But I agree. I think that Selena will watch. Anyway, you guys, we got to get into the mess boxes. Let's talk about it. Y'all saw that clip from Keeping Up? Because I actually did for once. If you guys don't know, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, girl, they're coming back for the last season. We know, we've been screaming about it. I just want the show to be over so that they can move on to the next step, because I feel like we're stuck in the past. I feel like we're stuck in Doja Cat's Hot Pink era. And it's like, let's just move it on, you know? But shout out to Scott and Courtney, I guess. It looks like we finally might find out what caused Scott and Sofia to go their separate ways. In the new preview clip from the upcoming season of Keeping Up, we can see Scott and Courtney sort of having a conversation where Scott is opening up to Courtney about his relationship with Sofia. It appears Sofia was feeling neglected because Scott is spending more time with Courtney, who is the mother of his children, first and foremost. In the clip, he says, I just think that people come into our lives and think it's maybe easier than they think. And then Courtney says, easier like what? And then he explains, easier to be with you or to be with me. But it's very true that we do come with a lot of baggage, and it's definitely not easy that we see each other, work together, and are friends. Scott goes on to tell Courtney that his relationships are never an issue until his girlfriends realize that Courtney and their kids will always be Scott's number one priority. He says, when you first get with someone, everybody is like making changes and like, oh, I'll do anything because I'm so happy or so in love or so excited. You know what I mean? Then when it sinks in, when it becomes real life, it's a lot different. I find that very, very, very interesting. What you think about that? The way I perceived it was Courtney was the one that broke up Scott and Sofia because Sofia was threatened by Courtney's position in Scott's life. But that's the thing. You kind of got to know what you're signing up for, right? Scott isn't just a rich, mature man. You know what I mean? He comes with a lot of things, you know, the loss of his family, the Kar Jenners being so prominent in his life. Courtney is literally the mother of his children. What do women that date Scott Disick expect? That's what I want to know. Kay Cecilia is saying, I'm glad for Sofia. I think she's too young to get involved with someone so much older with 3 kids and an addiction past. I'd be very curious to see who Sofia ultimately winds up with, and I don't think that it will be Jaden Smith. I wouldn't be surprised if Sofia got together with a Scott type, just not exactly Scott. Because I think that Scott, maybe, and I could be wrong, but I think that Scott is just kind of her type. And Gina is saying they need to be older to understand. Tegan is saying Scott will only marry Kourtney. So this is what I wanted to ask you guys. Do you think that that's the reason why Scott is always dating these younger ladies, these young grills, if you will, is because he knows that they are not really in it for the commitment. They don't want to be married. They don't want to be moms. And he's sort of like, almost in a way, like holding out for Kourtney to sort of like get her shit together and be like, well, Travis, you're great, but Scott is the one for me. Do you think maybe? I think that. I'm thinking that that's why. Because he always only dates these young girls that, you know, they just want to go on the trips. Maybe they want to, you know, have a little pounce around in the boudoir. Maybe they want to walk a runway. But it appears as though there's not really much else to the relationship. And then it always comes down to like, well, here's Kourtney bringing the kids over, or like Kourtney's coming over to celebrate this, or Scott's going over there because, you know, he's going through something. Very interesting. Mia Michelle saying he is just out for ass. Mia, I think you hit it right on the head. 901 Erica is saying, poor Scott. I kind of feel like poor Scott, but I also feel like every person has a decision and every person has a choice. You know, he keeps choosing to go with these young girls instead of just moving on. If him and Kourtney are meant to be, they'll be together. You know what I mean? No matter who they have moved on with, but I do think it would be healthy for Scott to move on. I think he needs help. Maybe. Who's he talking to, therapist-wise? Does he still have one? He need to get an independent one that nobody know about. That's the tea. Corinna is saying, I don't think it was Kourtney that broke them up. Scott couldn't leave Kourtney alone. I think it was Kourtney's existence that broke them up, because she will always be the thing 9 times out of 10 that breaks up Scott's relationships. If you're constantly feeling, if you're not secure enough in yourself, you're always going to feel like the side chick to someone like a Kourtney Kardashian. You may not realize it at the time, or you may not want to admit it to yourself at the time, but Sofia was probably very intimidated. Even though she's Sofia Richie, Lionel Richie's daughter, she's still probably intimidated because he's had children with her. They'll always come first. And if you're going to get into a situation with someone like a Scott Disick or anyone with kids, you just kind of have to understand that. Oh, Fessy! Shout out to Fessy! Fessy saying, OMG, I missed your tea time. Well, welcome to the Green Chair Chats, Fessy. You already know it's the pop culture kiki that you've been missing. You already know. Bam! Sandra D is saying they can't let each other go. I think it'd be very interesting to see what the end game is with Kourtney and Travis and who they ultimately will wind up with. I wish them the best, though, especially for the sake of the kids. But we'll have to see, you guys. I don't know. I want Scott to date a woman, someone like 35. We'll have to see. We'll have to hold like a Disick of love or something. Which, by the way, I don't even want to get into a Bachelor, but real quick, y'all, real quick. Even if you don't watch The Bachelor, because I don't, I just want y'all to know that I wasn't too thrilled about the season of The Bachelor, about how they waited until something happened in the world to decide that they wanted to put Black people on it. They put Matt James on The Bachelor. This is just off script. This is between you and me. They put Matt on The Bachelor. I watched the first episode or two. So long. And then in the end, y'all, don't you know he wound up picking a white girl that had some racist stuff in her past? Y'all, I could not have written that or called that better myself. I knew that was going to happen. Matt went and took her ass home, and then the internet was ablaze. Girl, don't you know what's her name was at the party, girl? The plantation party, girl? I couldn't believe it. There's a part of me that want to go back and watch all of that mess, but I ain't going to do it. Y'all ain't going to get my eyes on that on this one, ABC. I might tune in for the 2 Bachelorette seasons because they took the Black girl off of this season, and they took, what's her name, that came in with the adult vibrator. And they're giving them the 2 spinoffs, and then they're gonna have Tasia and another young lady replace Chris Harrison, which y'all, I can't believe that Chris Harrison, girl, y'all know I don't watch The Bachelor, but girl, Chris Harrison, your job was to stand there and help hand out these goddamn roses. How your ass got twisted up in some racist nonsense like that, and then y'all, he sat up there and then tried to stand 2 toes down on it. He wasn't even really trying to apologize in the beginning until his ass was realizing that coin was about to dry up. Whew! Sorry. Y'all know I don't watch The Bachelor, but I've been following the stories about what's been going on because I've been curious to see who Matt was going to end up with, the black chiller. And don't you know he picked a white girl that was racist? Don't you know? Y'all, it was some mess. ABC, it was some mess, but y'all did that on this one. And also, before I go, keep the black man that was hosting around in some capacity because I like him. Yeah, Tegan is saying, I don't watch it either, but how the hell he do that? Come on now. Look, y'all are I'm telling you guys, I don't watch, but just know that is how The Bachelor ended. It was a mess. Anyway, you guys, I will see you guys tomorrow at 9:10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you for joining me here for the Green Chair Chats. Make sure you follow me on social media, including Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, my podcast with my good Judy Felicia. Link to that is down in the description box below if you need more of me. And as always, you guys, don't you forget that the world keeps spinning and so shall you. And I'll be seeing you. Make sure you wear your mask and stay safe. Mwah! Bye, guys.